Hello everyone. This is your reading for the full blood moon lunar eclipse in Aquarius. I'm burning my favorite blend today. Well, my favorite eclipse blend. This tradition started last year, actually. I'm continuing it this year, where I burn Siam benzoin, calendula flowers, rose petals, lavender, and gang oil. And the reason for that is around that time I was healing my solar plexus and sacral chakra, which is like your sacred energy, your sacred kundalini energy, and your sense of self. And that was for an eclipse in Leo. So now we're on the opposite end of the zodiac, Aquarius. So this whole time for me has been about that opposition, I guess. I actually have an opposition in my chart on the Leo Aquarius axis. So I feel like I can really speak to that because I'm an Aquarius moon and I have Jupiter in Leo in the house of Cancer, actually in the 4th house. So yeah, it's exciting time for me and probably for anybody else who has placements in Aquarius, especially at 4 degrees, where Aquarius, or the moon, I should say, is conjunct Mars in Aquarius. So this is all about, since Mars is in retrograde, it's looking at how we do passion, how we do action. That's huge. Because, how we initiate things, what way that we initiate things is really important. And for me, it's been coming up as authority, how I deal with authority, because my moon in Aquarius is in the 10th house, conjunct my Saturn. So yeah, for me, it's like a huge thing. And if you've been experiencing anything like this, that could be something that you deal with too. But yeah, that Mars energy, that Mars-like energy has been there in those areas of my life. So check where 4 degrees Aquarius is in your chart. Yeah, Mars is just kind of like pushy, bossy, do what I want sort of energy, and that's Aries. And I'm also an Aries sun, so it's really personal. Yeah, I wanted to talk just a bit more about that Leo Aquarius axis before I start the reading. But yeah, last night I did a ritual in this same spot with my boyfriend. It was really great. And I was just kind of amazed at like his ability to sort of tap into that energy without really knowing that he was. And this goes for anybody who doesn't have a ton of ritual experience, is that everybody has innate abilities to some extent. It's like it's a practice. So something that he said when I asked him what he wanted more of in his life, he said he wanted a feeling of calmness and belonging. And to me, that reflects where we want to be in terms of balance with Leo and Aquarius, because Leo is the self and Aquarius is the group, is our tribe. And so like he said something else about that, like it's kind of funny how we all want to be individuals, but yet we all want to belong to a group. So yeah, there is that push and pull there between being yourself and fitting in, between serving the self and serving others. So at times like this, it becomes especially important to realize how we're dealing with others, and that's Mars energy. If you're having like passions towards somebody, that's Mars. Or if you want to speak your mind, that's Mars. So it's gonna be showing you like, okay, this is how you're doing, like, this is how you're initiating sex. This is how you're initiating at work. This is how you're, like, and it'll be in relation to the group. So it's time to look at that and ask the cards what they want to say about that, because I could go on and on. Because, yeah, there's that balance where we have to set our boundaries. We have to be ourselves. We have to state our wants and needs and desires. We have to know what they are, because if we allow ourselves to be codependent, then we just end up serving the group and forgetting about ourselves. So the first card to come out is the Lovers. So, again, the duality between masculine and feminine. So Mars being the masculine. That angel of neutrality, that's the same angel in the Temperance card. And it's talking about bringing things into balance. When it's the Lover's card, balancing the yin and yang energies. And without that, without that balance, we tend to cower in the presence of others if we're trying to be too caretakey, too Aquarian, taking care of everybody else. We tend to be too assertive, too much of an asshole if we just let our own wants and needs and desires rule our conversations and interactions with other people, the yang, the masculine energy, the outward. So it's a matter of taking the time to initiate healing in oneself, because that's a yin-yang balance that, like, I'm going to heal myself reflects that energy of balance. But here we go, everybody. So there is some discord. I've been feeling it everywhere, the discordant energy, and this isn't to say that we should get, upset necessarily that this discord is here. I mean, let's be honest with how we feel, but, like, I've been able to be calm in the face of discord here with this King of Cups. That's what that's all about. It's finding a calm place within yourself. And that's what this working, this purification, this refinement is about. And so if you're having discord in a group of any kind, no, it's this Mars energy, and we're balancing it out by sort of embodying the water, the feminine within the masculine, and combining the two in one action, in one presence, in one feel. And that takes work. It's telling us, look, this takes work. This takes time. However, one thing that I've been feeling compelled to say about this reading all day long is that we have to change the way that we see this world, our perspective. That's the Empress right here. And also the High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess in reverse suggests a lack of spiritual knowledge, or a lack of caring for ourselves on the spiritual level. This can highlight that. If you've been too focused on the group, you've been too focused on taking care of other people, this energy will highlight that. Because the Empress knows what she wants. And she allows herself to relax into the moment. That's the sense of calmness and peace. Is knowing what you want so that you can then do that thing and relax into it and enjoy it, instead of constantly looking towards the next thing or potentially worrying about the future. That's what this could be. is like needing, like potentially needing to know the future, needing to know what's going to happen in the future, wanting to be so psychic that you can predict. But the thing is, I was just talking with a friend about this. Are we predicting or are we manifesting? So when you feel that sense of, oh my God, there it is. And I've been waiting for this shit right here. The 2 cards of Aquarius to come out. So we fear disaster. That's what the Star in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, with the Empress suggests. We fear that our world, our comforts, our needs aren't going to be met, that there's going to be injustice, that this world, that we have to save it. That's Aquarius. We have to save the world. And that's why we have all of this discordant energy, is because every person that we see is a reflection of our shadow, and of course we're going to blame them for fucking up the world. We're going to blame them for everything that's fucked up, instead of looking to our galactic origins, our souls, for the answer, to figure out why we're meeting this discordant energy and what it's trying to show us. Realizing that it doesn't need to be panicked over, that it can all simply be let go. It can all fall away from our lives in one glorious mess. That's what this world is it's a glorious mess. So, with that in mind, the theme that's been coming up a lot for me lately that I really wanted to address was faith. What is faith? Faith supposedly is blind, and blindness is unjust. So we're always tediously striving to know more and more and more, and perfect and perfect and perfect. And that's the shadow of Aquarius. We're always trying to perfect everything. Everything has to be fucking just right. And that's because Aquarius knows too much for its own good, and I know that because of my Aquarius moon. Too much for its own good that it almost becomes self-destructive when you realize how much we've hurt the world, you know, how much the human race has hurt the world and hurt each other, and all of this hurt and pain and trauma and injustice is highlighted right now and has been for the past couple of years. But during this particular time period, it's coming to a head where we realize that we are these shadows and that we are manifesting these timelines. See, that's what I really wanted to talk about here, is that we have to see ourselves as manifestors if we want to save the world, because we're manifesting these timelines by how we feel about our circumstances and how we feel about the world. Go back and watch my video on alchemy and manifestation, something like that. I don't remember the full title, but this is the card of alchemy. This is the card of transforming energies that are separate, okay, into becoming one. That's why the angel of temperance is looking over the lovers, is because we have to accept both sides of this reality, that all is infinite and all exists and all is there. The sun in reverse suggests that we just haven't seen the light yet, that it's all sort of like this world is overcast. Everything is still hidden from us in a sense. And that's why the Tower card is so damn good, is because it's just breaking this illusion finally. And I feel a sense of death, and I feel a sense of it flushing away and just getting purged, and it's just ecstasy and it's delicious. So when that happens, you will see the truth. You will see how powerful you are. And don't be afraid of your power, okay? Ease into it. Be comfortable in your power, because this is your throne. Sit in it. Thank you, everyone. Blessed be. Peace.